What's up? It's Mike Waters here, Phase 1 Elite Recruiting. And today I have some of the best athletes in the state of Nevada and some of the top athletes around the country. Today we're getting into recruiting. This is basically a roundtable, and we're just going to go through all the ins and outs and all the details of actually getting a scholarship and playing at the next level. So with that said, let me introduce my partner, let him introduce himself, and let's get into it.
Yo, I'm Dante James here with Phase 1 Recruiting. I'm definitely one of the coordinators that help get things going.
Yes, sir. I'm Jaden Thomas, class of 2027 from Centennial High School, and I play receiver and DB.
I'm Tanner Millball, class of 2026, quarterback from Las Vegas High School.
Class of 2026, I play on D-line, Sierra Vista High School.
My name is Phoenix Pollard, class of 27. I play offensive line, and I go to Coronado High School.
Josiah Rivera, class of 2026, Spring Valley High School, cornerback and receiver.
Cole Richter, class of 27, defensive end, Shuttle Ridge High School.
Tony Umar, Father Barbasa. I go to RBU High School. I play D-line, class of 2026.
All right, perfect. Appreciate it. So just to give you guys an idea of what we got going today. Today is basically just an opportunity for you to hear more about the insides, kind of the behind the scenes of the recruiting and what that process looks like. Because we all know every athlete out there wants to get that offer, hit that D1 level, get those opportunities. But this next few minutes is going to help give you the inside look and also some games, some strategies, some stuff that you can do to kind of make that happen for yourself. So what I want to do before we get too deep, I would love to just hear just the number. How many offers you guys have when I get to you? You know what I mean? Let's start with Jet, and I'm just curious, how many offers do you have right now?
I got 5.
5 offers?
D1 offers, yes, sir.
Awesome.
I got 5 D1 offers.
I have about 4 D1 offers.
5 Division offers.
4 D1 offers.
1 Division 1 offer.
I have 10 Division 1 offers.
Awesome. Okay, good. So that lets you know. And here's the thing. This is what the point we're trying to make is it's very possible, right? And we'll go through some stories here briefly, but there's athletes in this group that just a couple short months ago, had 0 offers, had maybe 1 offer, maybe 2, and now they're, approaching double digits. So at the end of the day, we just want to give you that insight on what that looks like. So first question I got, and I'll just kind of open it up, y'all can chime in. First question I got is, what did you think the recruiting process was going to be like? Not what it is, but what did you think going in? Did you think it was possible? Did you weren't sure? Like, what was kind of the mindset going into the recruiting process for you guys?
I didn't really know what it was going to be like, honestly, because this is my second year playing football. And I kind of went into it thinking, like, I'm not going to really get too much looks because the school I went to. But joining Phase 1 definitely changed that.
Good.
I feel like growing up, I was always told, like, if you're good, they're going to find you. And so I feel like the exposure part of it was kind of new to me and my family.
Good.
I never knew what it really was to be recruited or anything, but as soon as I got into Phase 1, I started getting the hang of things, and now I know how it is in the recruitment process.
That's good.
Yeah, since I was little, I definitely thought it was possible, but I never knew how it worked. And I didn't think it would happen this early since I'm a sophomore, so I thought it would happen a little later, but it's the hard work and Phase 1, the exposure, the camps, got me right.
No, that's good. And one thing I do want to, kind of touch on is what Tanner just said. A lot of people still think that if you're good, they're going to find you, right? But you got to think about the game now. It's good athletes everywhere. If we got in a car and went from here to New York, we're going to find thousands of high-level Division I athletes. So really it comes down to the exposure, which is the piece that we've been able to, help everyone in this circle kind of just get that extra exposure. So Coach Dante, what would you say is some of the key things as far as how does an athlete get that exposure even to be in a position to get these offers that these gentlemen have?
Well, first and foremost, you got to start with the film. You got to get the film and the highlight tape put together. By sending that film to us and basically letting us break it down, taking out the good videos, the bad videos, and basically breaking it down to put the best possible film for you together. That's a start. Then we look at those transcripts. You need good grades in order to qualify to be able to get to these colleges. So that's the second portion. Now, you need someone to speak on your behalf who can have that direct connection to these coaches, which we definitely have, and we're talking about over 100 college coaches that we're connected to personally, and just reaching out with our relationships with these colleges have put some of these boys in better positions. My man right here, he pretty much went into April with 0 offers, hey, he made the connection, joined phase 1, and now he's at 5, and could possibly be at 12, 13 offers if some of those schools who we're connected to said, hey, you know what, we're gonna hold off because we want to do this a certain way, but we are highly interested. And if another guy don't commit, we're shooting the guns.
Awesome, awesome. So with that, let's actually go back to our Recruit Vegas Combine and Showcase, right? It was on April 5th. I would love to hear from each one of you. Where was your recruiting at on April 5th, or we'll say April 4th, the day before that event? Where was your recruiting at? How many offers, kind of what kind of momentum did you have going into that event? Then that way we can compare kind of what happened after that. So whoever wants to start it, we just kind of round table it.
So before the event, I really didn't have any D1 offers at the time. I definitely had the size, I still have it, but I never had the looks from colleges that I was hoping to get. And I play against some really good people. I definitely show out against them. And I just think Wise is coming to me, But the moment I did well at camp, showed up. It came like that. Just literally the day after, the morning of.
Wow.
Sacramento State texted me.
Wow. That next morning?
That next one, 7 a.m.
Wow, 7 a.m.
What's your number?
Couldn't wait.
What's your number?
Wow.
I gave my number within seconds. He's like, Phoenix will offer you something.
Wow. So April 6th, the morning of April 6th, literally the day after. That's dope. That's dope. Love it. Yeah, I love it. Who else want to?
Coming in, I had about 3, and then after competing, doing all the agility and drills, about weeks prior, I got 2 more schools hitting me up. So that was a key part of that.
Nice. Awesome. Who else want to chime in on that?
Before the camp, I had no offers, a little bit of looks from a good junior season, but bought out of the camp, and within a month, I had 3 offers.
Nice.
So it was a huge moment for me, and
Wow.
just getting out that exposure.
Big.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. I had 2 offers, and they were through the connections of my head coach. But after that, the connections completely went farther than I had, and I got my 24/7, my rivals profile after that, and I got way more connections than I did before the camp.
Awesome. Love it. So I want to touch on that 247 profiles and stuff too. But before I do, I want to make sure that people that may not be familiar with the Recruit Vegas event that we hosted last year or this year, and we'll be doing it again next year for sure. But that event served one purpose. It was, we knew for a fact that we had Division I level athletes in the city of Las Vegas at all different schools, not just at Bishop Gorman, not just at Liberty, but all over the valley that have the potential to play at the Division I level. And so Recruit Vegas was our way of proving that. And that's exactly what we did. You know what I mean? You hear it in these athletes' stories, and there's even more on top of the ones that are in this circle that walked into that event without the exposure, and now they recruiting is popping. They really on. So just wanted to kind of touch on that. So Dante, can you touch on the importance of having those profiles for the elite level athletes, the 247, the rivals, all these different outlets that are basically the scouts to help colleges determine stars and rankings and all that kind of stuff?
So being that we at phase 1, we have those direct connections again, that to 247 and to rivals. We were able to reach out, make contact, get them down to the event to see these athletes in Las Vegas. And again, like he said, not just at Gorman, not just at Liberty. We had over 35 out of the 44 schools of kids at our event that was able to get that exposure. So what the profiles do is it puts you in a larger scale in regards to recruiting, because the profile says this guy is this type of tier. It gives you a profile. Sometimes you might not get stars right away. You might not have offers right away, but with the connections and those profiles, it sets you up and puts you in a bigger scheme of things in regards to profile. So a profile basically let other college coaches know, hey, this guy is this type of player based off the write-ups and the report and the information given to the scouts when they come out to see, like they did at our camp, what these kids was made of.
Awesome, perfect. So what I want to do now, I want to put somebody on the spot. Colton, you're on the spot. So the question I have for you is, you are, I don't want to say newer to the group, but basically younger, developing. You got your first offer recently. I want to hear 2 parts of this. how did you feel? And I want you to be open and honest as possible. How did you feel leading up to that offer? Like, did you feel like, you know what I mean? Like it was overdue? Like, why don't I have one? Or were you more patient? Like, what was kind of the thought process when you're listening and he's at 10 and he's at 5 and you're just kind of going, well, I'm here showing up, but I don't have any offers yet. How was that? That kind of.
Yeah, I felt like I deserved one, but I was patient at the same time, kind of like, I feel like I should get one, but I just got to keep working until I do get that one, basically. And it was like, yeah, kind of like, just keep working until I get that one.
How did it make you feel?
It like motivated me a lot, knowing I didn't have any offers and I was seeing a bunch of kids getting offers, so I was like, I just gotta keep in it and like basically keep working until I get mine and stay motivated.
Yep. Nice. So let me ask you, because we got a cool video of it. So what was that moment? Because I think that was one of the moments that we were, I mean, a lot of us were basically together because we were in Oregon on the road, and you know, you got on the phone and got that offer, that first offer. What did that feel like, and what did it mean to have these athletes around you that, you know, been rooting for you and traveling and we're doing all this stuff together? How did that feel?
I felt amazing getting that first one, especially around all the guys, basically having all the people that I was traveling with, working with, being around. And yeah, it felt like a little lift off my shoulders, burden off my shoulders, knowing I got one. But yeah.
Good. Perfect. All right, so my next one that I'm putting on the spot, Tony. What's the comma? Inside joke, we good? So, check it out. The question I have is, at our combine, you had one offer, correct?
Yeah.
You have Central Michigan?
Yeah.
So you had one offer on April 5th, right? I saw the potential pretty quickly. PT saw it, we all saw it. But what do you think it was that was slowing up the process of you getting more offers, because you were sitting at that one, you know, for a decent amount of time? What was going through your head at that time?
I wasn't getting looked at before because like I had nobody to vouch for me, or like all the coaches that would come in during like spring and stuff, they would all just, I would talk to them, but they would just look past me. And I feel like after the phase 1, the Recruit Vegas camp, you guys vouched for me a lot. And then all the offers started rolling in.
Awesome. Yep. And that's key, you know, and to any athlete or family that's listening to this, you know, you got to have somebody on your team, right? You got to have somebody that believes in your student athlete, that's willing to put in the work, willing to be honest and be transparent with them, because we're real with all our athletes. If it's something you need to work on, we're going to tell you. Something you ain't doing right, we're going to tell you. Grade's not good enough, we're going to tell you. So it's awesome to have that. So it sounds like once you kind of plugged into the system, to the phase 1, to the, you know, everything just kind of really worked out.
Yeah.
Did you think that you would be at 10?
No.
No?
I thought like, I'm a late bloomer, so it's like, I thought I wanted to have as much as I have now. I thought I'd have like at least 5.
Got it. Okay, good. So let's, I want to kind of transition real briefly to camp season, right? So D, can you explain real quick how valuable these camps are? And then I would love to just touch on a little bit of strategy and how we determined which ones that we were going to, which ones certain athletes, because a lot of people hear about the camps every June. Athletes are getting DMs and invites and calls, and every college coach in the country like, come to my camp. I love you, come to my camp. But how do you determine what's the value, and then how do we determine which ones to even go to?
For its value, again, a lot of coaches are going to send you direct messages. Hey, come to my camp. That's one portion of it. Now, if he continuously messages you back and forth and are actually showing you interest, then we have to look at what type of interest. Where do you fit at? Do you fit that scheme? Okay. Also, again, you know, these camps cost money. So when you're trying to figure out this whole camp scheme and situation, you got to ask yourself, do they have an opportunity for me? And how interested are they in me? How many guys are they also interested in? And when you're going through that process, you have to say, am I looking to get to that place? Is this college fit me? Do I want to go there? You figure that part out now. All right, I'm interested in going there. Talk to my parents, figure out if we can financially fit that in. Then get with people who have direction, with a direct connection to that college to say, hey coach, I got my guy coming down. Will he be able to get a legit opportunity to be seen by you and someone on the staff? See, a lot of people think that, hey, I just went to the camp, I signed up to the camp. It's not just about showing up. When my athletes or my guys are showing up to something, whether I'm physically present or not, I am making a direct contact to someone at that campus saying, hey, my guy deserves and needs a look. I'm sending his film, I'm sending his transcripts, because I'm trying to get my guy to leave with an offer. But the direct connection is the key.
Fact. Perfect. So that kind of reminds me. So Matthias, when we were in, was NAU your most recent offer? What was your most recent one?
My most recent was Delaware State.
Delaware State. Okay. And you got the NAU when we were out there, right? Oh, you didn't go out there? Okay, cool. I'm just mixing it up. So your last one was Delaware. Tell us a little bit about that experience. Was that coach already building a relationship with you? Were you guys texted? Did it just kind of come in as an offer right off the top? Or, you know what I mean? What did that look like?
Yeah, of course. It really just came off the top. You know, he called me, he gave me a call. He's like, I just want to give you, let you know that you received an offer from Delaware State University. And when I heard that, you know, I was just super blessed. You know, like Colin said, the burn lifted off my shoulders. But knowing now, you know, we still got more work to do, more improvement and everything. So, you know,
Love it.
blessing.
So with that Delaware State offer, how did that transpire? You said it came out the blue. Was there something that led up to the offer?
Yeah, definitely the workouts that you guys were putting us through, you know, just really to show how we would move and everything. Just really, that's what really made me get the offer.
So us being able to put you in a small private setting with the coaches to get an opportunity to see you, and then the offer came later after that? Okay.
Awesome. So, question, this is open to anyone that wants to jump in. I'm curious, on offer number 3, offer number 4, offer number 5, what is the feeling and does it change? Does it get to the point where you just kind of like, cool, another offer? Or does it always have that feeling? Explain what that feeling is like, even though it's 3, 4, 5, whatever that number looks like for you. So whoever want to start it off.
I think the best person to answer this question will be Tanya here. But I've seen a lot of people who it kind of dies down like, yeah, I just got an offer. But for I guess better athletes who really want it that bad, it really doesn't change. You know, it's still surprising at the end of the day, no matter how good you are of a player, it's still surprising. It could be a dream school, it could be a school that you like, it could be a school you never heard of. It's still very a blessing opportunity and a blessing moment.
Is it exciting?
Definitely, yeah.
Awesome. Ty, you wanna jump in on that?
Yeah, I feel like after getting so much, it's every time I get one, it still feels like it's the first offer. Like I get excited about all of the offers.
Why you laughing?
I was driving him home one time and we was in the car and he got an offer. He was
Oh, for real? He was going crazy? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I was driving home after one of the workouts in, what's it called, New Mexico.
New Mexico State.
New Mexico State
Just
called.
on
He was on the phone going, after that he was going crazy.
Yeah.
I hung up and I was just like, damn.
Oh, I love it. That's why he laughed. I was like, what was that laugh? He's like, I remember that. Anybody else want to chime in on that? What's that feeling like?
I think the feeling is more so like my hard work paying off, especially me being late in the recruitment. So it's almost like this is my time now, and it's kind of paying off. So I don't think it loses its value after the first one, but I think each offer is still just as important. It's another opportunity for me. It's just exciting every time.
Awesome. Love that. Anybody else? Yep.
Piggyback off of him, you know, just like being late into the recruitment process, it's like a super blessing to, you know, get the offer. And so also Coach Dante, you know, he gave me that call one day and he was like, hey man, what's up? I heard you haven't had any offers yet. You know, I was like, yeah, coach, things are really getting, I'm not really getting looked at or anything. He's like, oh yeah, it's all good. You know, I got many connections and everything. You know, I'll put you through these workouts and everything. Yeah, you'll be leaving with the offers pretty soon on the stamps. And you know, soon enough, I left with offers.
Popped it off.
Especially that first offer. Man.
So he kept his word?
Yeah.
He kept his word. All right, good. Just making sure. So real quick, Tanner, I want to go back to your thing. I know you just said you were kind of late in the recruiting game. How do you feel that, because baseball was kind of your I don't want to know if it was your priority sport or primary sport. How did that work, and do you feel like that was an advantage being a multi-sport athlete, or a disadvantage
Yeah.
because obviously they're doing it year round?
So baseball was always like it was a sport that I played first, so it wasn't a priority, but it was always an important event for me. But I guess I think it lets me be more of an athlete as playing for multiple sports. So I'm knowing more movements, which helps me on the football field. And then as far as the year-round situation, I think it allows me to get my mind off of football. So it's almost like football is new every time I pick it up, and it just keeps everything fresh and keeps me in the right mindset.
Nice, that's awesome. Awesome. So now on the flip side of recruiting, right? How do you guys feel? You know, because I know college coaches are college coaches. 1 minute they high, 1 minute they calling you every day, the next minute it's dark. They ghosted. You know what I mean? What does that feel like, just on a personal level of like, you know, does that make you feel some type of way? Or like, what is that, just as a young athlete, as a young man, and you know, like I said, this guy's reaching out, texting, calling, consistent, and all of a sudden it goes dark, and you text him and no reply, and you're like, I thought we was good. Like, how does that, you know what I mean? Like, can somebody touch on just kind of the emotion of that and what that feels like?
I would say like the first time that ever happened to me, I was like, dang. Like I thought it was cool. You know?
Broke up with you didn't even know?
Yeah, but as I got to understand more about how they go into dead periods and things of that nature, I was like, okay, this makes more sense.
Yeah.
But you know, I always remain faithful because I know God has a plan for me.
Yeah,
So
straight up.
that's pretty much what.
Love it, love it. Anybody else want to chime in? What's that feeling? Has that happened to any of you guys recently to where you like, okay?
Yeah, it's happening to me right now.
Is that right? It's happening right now. Just check my phone.
Yeah, so it's honestly, it's a little bit confusing. But
Yeah.
sometimes I realize I'm younger than all these guys, so I'm kind of early to it, and it's honestly a bit nerve-wracking sometimes. Like, you know, I call Dante sometimes, like, man, he's kind of like, give it to me. but besides that.
Okay. Stupid.
But it's kind of nerve-wracking at the end of the day.
Yeah,
You know?
okay.
It's definitely pushing, but it's hard to understand when it hasn't happened to you. But since it's my first time, it's like I'm kind of starting to get used to it.
Okay. Yeah, and it is part of the game. You know, and that's something that you know, it's always going to be there at every level. You know what I mean? No matter what. So now, fast forward, majority of you guys were with us on the Oregon trip, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about that trip. Just a little quick recap. So we went up to Oregon. One of the main focuses was the Northwest Showcase, which is one of the biggest showcases in the country. And then, of course, with my connections, Dante's connections, we were able to turn that into visits, starting with University of Oregon. So anybody, I just want to hear, what was that experience like? Because I know for me, it's like, damn, I wish I could have did this when I was in high school. This is a whole different level. Like, we walking through Oregon right now, you know what I mean? And we on the road, flight, and all that good stuff. So who wants to just give me a little insight on what that experience was about?
Oh yeah, from start to finish, it was an amazing experience. Doing those type of things I never thought I'd be able to do is really like an eye-opening experience for me. You know, from the day we got there to the visits and then the private workout, that was something that I really enjoyed. I think majority of these opportunities really just open more doors for you to walk through. You know, your outcome, it's not always going to be the greatest, but you know, if you come and you show out your preparation and you're faithful, you will succeed in everything that you do. So.
100%. Love it, love it. Anybody else want to chime in on that experience as far as Oregon or the showcase and that whole environment?
Yeah, I think that like it really made a brotherhood without us. Like when we flew out there, like I didn't even know time before the trip. I haven't talked to Colton in like 3 years before the trip, so
Nice.
it was cool to come like and meet you guys and like create a brotherhood and stay at the Airbnb and then go and work. And then throughout the camp, we got to like see each other, like talk to coaches, and like see each other succeed. It was really cool. Like it was a really good experience. Going to Oregon and being able to experience that with these boys.
Yep.
It's really awesome.
Yeah, I feel like I would have never like expected to like be able to go on these trips and stuff. But like when we went there, I didn't know nobody, and I feel like the biggest thing was like just creating a bond with everybody. Like I didn't know who, like I went there with my friend JT, and I didn't know nobody, and then it came out, and it's like we all broke our.
They happened real quick too.
Awesome. Yep. Go ahead.
So you know that Oregon trip, you guys, you went to Oregon. You went to Oregon State. Guys left with offers, right?
Yeah.
So you get there. Do you see yourself getting to that point of the offer or the private workout without having the direct connection to the Phase One family?
I don't think that never would have happened if I went out there by myself. I don't think I would have been able to.
One question I definitely, outside of that, I wanted to ask was, throughout this process, right? You guys all deal with us. You get the text messages from us. What do you guys think in regards to feedback from us to you when you reach out to us about a college and the information back and forth in the process? Do you guys feel like I'm giving you enough information?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys always be upfront and honest, and you give us all the information we need most of the time. So.
Yeah, it's
Like
great.
what
It's
to
great
say
to see.
and everything.
It's great to see everything that's going on. The transparency, like Coach Dante says all the time, that big transparency of knowing that he's helping me. Yeah, basically.
Good. All right. So here's what we want to do. So as we kind of get ready to wrap up here, I would love to hear, and let's keep it 10, 15 seconds. Keep it kind of short. The question is this. Act as if these are college coaches, high-level college coaches watching this video. What type of athlete do they get when they get you? If they make you offer, you commit, you go to that school, what type of athlete do they get? And it's got to be short, got to be quick, because we got to wrap it up. Jet.
I'm hardworking. I can play wherever you want me to, wherever.
Yeah.
I'm an athlete that's never uncomfortable in any situation and is always going to give you my best.
Yeah, always giving it 100 no matter what.
Yeah, honestly, no matter what, it's just 100% effort and always very technical.
You're getting an explosive athlete that's ready to work, ready to go hard in everything that he does. Put it all on the line and just give it his all.
Yeah, a hard worker that's relentless and doesn't give up no matter what.
Also, you get like a versatile player that can play anything, offense or defense, and I'll give 110% effort all the time.
Awesome. Love it. And if they work with Dante in Phase One, what do they get?
You're going to get informational,
Offers.
consistency.
Yeah.
And I'm also going to be transparent, like he was able to piggyback on. Just like I said, I'm going to do what I say, and I'm always going to stand on that for sure. And like I said, that direct connection, communication to the coaches and to the players and the parents, so that we all can understand the process, how it's being done, and you getting that transparency from Phase One.
So that's it, man. So I want to thank you guys for checking it out, for watching. I want to thank these athletes in this circle, man. This is what it's all about, bringing our community together. This is Phase One Elite Recruiting. So we have one mission to help your athlete get to the next level. So if you have any interest in recruiting, need assistance, just questions, shoot us the DM, whatever that looks like. Reach out to one of the boys. They'll tell you what we're about. And at the end of the day, we're here to help. We're here to help you get to the next level, represent the city, and this is what we do. So appreciate y'all, and we see you on the next one. We out.
Top two.
Exclamation on
Comma.
that.
Comma. Comma.
Explanation.
We out.
Top two.
Yeah.
Not two.
Exclamation one.